How is Ethel Merman not on the original cast album of one of the biggest hits of her career?
Dot, how? Do you know?
I'm Will from The Theater Lovers. I'm a theater content creator and historian. This is Dot, and this is The Theater Lore. It's 1950, and original cast albums are the new big thing. Broadway music is pop music, and it's super lucrative for record labels. Everybody's doing the full album for shows with the full original cast straight from Broadway. Now, instead of buying a few individual songs, everybody buys a more expensive single product. It's so profitable that record labels start putting money into Broadway shows just for dibs on recording that album. RCA Victor's a major player in recorded music, and they just put down $250,000 to fully finance Call Me Madam, a new Irving Berlin musical starring Ethel Merman. Merman is a household name. Broadway star, pop star, she sells tickets, and she sells records. The only problem is that Merman has an exclusive contract for Decca, and Decca did the album for Anna Get Your Gun, but that wasn't an issue. And everybody's still figuring out the protocol where the full original cast does the album. Shouldn't be a big deal. Since RCA Victor is doing the album for Call Me Madam, they figured Decca will loan them Merman to reprise her role. Decca says, no, we're not going to give you our star so you can make what's sure to be a hit record that eats into our sales. No. We're going to record her singing those same songs on our label, backed up by a hit band and with other hit radio stars. I know. It was so uncool of them. RCA Victor is like, Merman is the star of this show. The poster is her face, so we can't even reasonably use that as the album cover. She's the draw. But we gotta make that album because otherwise we're out our entire investment. So RCA gets their radio star Dinah Shore, not a theater person, to sing the Merman role while everybody else from the cast is on the album. So now there's two albums of the same show in the same year. The Merman one just sounds like a solo album, and Dinah Shore gets compared to Merman just because she's somebody else. There's merit to both albums, but nobody really wins. Except, remember how I said Merman was a really big star? On Call Me Madam, Merman got 8% of the box office gross and 10% of the show itself, so that this and any subsequent production means cash in her pocket. This competition between records might have actually been really good for Merman, because now people can compare versions and engage even more with this show. Talk about, can you use any money today? And record contracts like that are why you'll still sometimes see a full cast except for one person. In 1996, RCA went to make the cast album of Jason Robert Brown's Songs for a New World. Everybody's there except for Billy Porter because he has a contract with a different label. Again, RCA has to find somebody else to sing the part. But isn't it weird that happened with the same label twice?